Hello everyone and welcome to the fourth part of Google Agent Development Kit for beginners. In the previous video, we looked at how we can use multimodal, for example, using OpenAI Claude for our models. So creating an agentic team of AI agents with different models and providers. In this particular video, we are going to look at something called structured outputs, and that is telling the large language model what sort of format to give the output on, which is usually a JSON format. And that is really useful when you want the large language model or your agentic AI team to return back a JSON instead of text. When you get the data back to your front-end application, for example, in a JSON format, you can compare the properties against your own code and you can execute certain actions. And with that, you're always going to be sure that you get the exact same kind of response on every single call to the agentic team. If you look at the documentation on the Google ADK site, you can see that when we are structuring data or we are using structured data, we have a couple of things here. We have the input schema, the output schema, and the output key. The input schema is what you will send to the agent as an input. The output schema is what the agent is going to generate for you. And the output key is similar to what we have discussed before. This is going to be the key of the output from a particular agent that can be accessed by other agents as well. So they can identify which output is from which particular agent. Having said that, when we are actually using structured output, we can use Pydantic for creating a class. And once we have created the class, we can essentially use that class in both the input schema or the output schema or based on our current situation. Having said that, this is what we are going to build today. We are going to build a sequential agent or a team of sequential agents, which will have two things. One will have problem analyzer agent and then the advice generator agent. You can imagine this agentic AI team working for a consultation application like Astenar, which is really famous in Saudi Arabia, for example, where customers can actually connect with the right consultants. For example, a physician, a psychologist, a coach, for example, a physiotherapist and whatnot. And imagine an agentic AI team that can ask the user what do they want and then can suggest them the right kind of consultant and the questions to ask from that particular consultant. That is what we are going to build in this particular video. And by the way, if you didn't know, the SNR app was actually built by an amazing company named IOMax, which I'm proud to be a partner of. And if you want to know more, you can find the link in the description of this video. Again, having said that, the user input is going to reach first the problem analyzer, which is going to use a structured output class named problem analysis. Once it's done with that, then it's going to go to the next agent with this particular output problem analysis result as an input to the next agent. And then this particular agent will use this consultation response class for structuring the output and then will give back a response in JSON. Well, enough talking. Let's actually get to the code. If you're not already cloned the repository, I would suggest you to find the link in the description of this video and then just clone the repository. And for this particular tutorial, you need to switch to a branch named for structured output. So if I do git branch, I can already see the name because I already cloned it or checked it out. So I can do git checkout for structured output. And now I'm on the right branch and you should be as well. Then you can just open this into your favorite editor. I'm going to use Enum here. And then the first thing we want to do here is to create a folder. So we are going to create a folder called structured output. Then we are going to copy some files. And if you don't have the env file, you can essentially look into the marketing campaign agent, the first one, and you can see the env example here. You can just copy paste that and then add your variables for your Google API key, OpenAI key, etc. Well, I'm already going to go here and I'm going to quickly copy these and then paste them inside here. And if you want to look at the init.python file, this is how it looks. We just do from.import agent, which means we need to create a new file here called agent.python. And inside here, we can start working. Now, as I said before, we need to use Pydantic here. So we are going to go to requirements.txt and here we are going to add something called Pydantic and we're going to quickly save this. Let's also quickly install this. So I'm going to do source venv bin activate, and the command for Windows is going to be a bit different, but you can just Google it. Once I have my environment or virtual environment activated, I can quickly say pip install r requirements.txt. So this is going to install Pydantic for me. Now I'm good. Now I can quickly go ahead to the agent file and start coding the agent. So I'm going to be copy pasting a lot in this video. So feel free to stop the video, pause it, and then copy and code it alongside. But you can always find the final code in the repository on the main branch. So I can go ahead now and start importing important things here. So we can say from enum, we import enum as pyenum just so we don't have any conflicts. Then we can also do from typing, and here we can say import. We're going to import two things, list and optional. Now we can import the agent. So here we can say from google.adk.agents import LLM agent, and you can also just use the alias, which is agent. I'm just going to use LLM agent here. And then we are also going to have a sequential agent here as well. Now I can say from from Pydantic, import base model and field. Those are the two things that we need. Now we are first going to create an enum for all the consultant types, for example, psychologist, psychiatrist, etc. So we can say class and we can say consultant type enum, which is going to be a Py enum. And then what I want to do here is I want to create a bunch of consultants here. So these are going to be the consultants that I have. We have psychologist, psychiatrist, therapist, nutritionist, personal trainer, life coach, financial advisor, business coach, career coach, and then a general helper, which is going to be used as a fallback. Then we are also going to define the structured output for problem analysis for our first agent. So we can say class problem analysis, and in here we are going to use the base model, and this is going to have two things. We will have a consultant type, which is going to be an enum just like this, or we can essentially just say this, and then we'll have an identified issue, and here we can say summary. This is going to be of type string, and we are going to say this is going to be a field, and we can quickly give a simple description here, and we can use a description as such. So we can say a brief summary of the core issues identified from user's query, and of course we need a comma here, so this looks good. Now we can format this, and this is still looks weird, so I'm gonna quickly try to format this. All right, now we are going to create the instructions for this problem analyzer agent. So we are going to say problem analyzer instruction, and here we can have these instructions, and here we are saying you are an expert AI assistant that analyzes the user's query to understand their core problem and recommend an appropriate type of consultant. Based on the user's query, identify the primary issues the user is facing, then determine the most suitable consultant type. Output a JSON object with the recommended consultant type and concise identified issue summary. We are using the same kind of key properties that we are using in the schema. If you skip it even, the agent is going to still analyze it because we are using essentially Pydantic for this one, and we are going to pass that as a schema as well. But this makes our case even stronger. Now it says if the query is too vague or doesn't clarify to fit a specialist, recommend general helper. So that's the fallback, and focus on the main problem. Now we can start creating our agent. So here we can say problem analyzer underscore agent. We are going to have an LLM agent here. First of all, we can give this a name, problem analyzer, or actually problem analyzer agent. Then we can give this a model here, and the model is going to be Gemini 2.0 Flash. Then we are going to give the instruction, which is going to be the problem analyzer instructions. Then we are going to give this an output schema. So we can say output schema is going to be problem analysis. This should be the same class that we have created right here. Finally, we say output key is going to be problem analysis result. So let's make sure that this says just like this. I'm not sure why, but this doesn't seem to format it as I actually wanted, but that's fine. Now we can move to the next agent, which is essentially the responder for us, or as we named it, advice generator agent. So let's use that. So we're going to say advice generator instructions, and here we're going to quickly start giving this instruction, and these are a bit long, so I'm going to quickly go through them, but obviously feel free to pause, copy, or just copy it from the final code. So here we are saying you are a helpful AI assistant that provides initial guidance based on the recommended consultant type and identified user issues. So this is saying that you have to work on the previously given input, and here I'm saying based on the provided output problem analysis result. This is important. This has to be the same as this guy, because when you start using these curly braces inside instructions, they act as state variables. So the agent development kit is going to try to find this variable for sure. Now we are saying generate the following in a structured JSON format. Now we are saying suitability explanation, right? So why the consultant that we are suggesting is the right consultant. So this property is going to have that message. Key questions to consider to ask the consultant. That's really helpful for obviously the customers or the people who are looking for consultation. Then we also have initial actionable steps if there are any. And then we are saying for particular consultants, what's going to be helpful when you reach out to them. For example, for psychologists and psychiatrists, therapists, suggest things like consider journaling your feelings or look into mindfulness exercises, right? So these are going to be some suggestions, but not suggestions that are professional. So these are still going to be with a disclaimer at the end. Now we have for nutritionists, personal trainer, financial advisor, etc. And then at the end, we have a disclaimer. So we are saying always include the standard disclaimer. This is an AI generated guidance and not a substitute for professional advice. Please consult with the qualified professional for your specific needs. Really important. Now that we have this, let's quickly generate our agent. So our advice generator agent looks something like this. It is also an LLM agent. It's called advice generator agent. We are using the same model, Gemini 2.0 Flash. We're providing the instruction just like this. And I think this should be instructions. We're going to make sure that this one also says instructions exactly like this one. Problem analyzer instructions. Yep, that's the same. Then we are saying the output schema is going to be consultation response. If you look at that, we have not created that at the moment, but we are going to create it in just a bit. And then we are saying the output key is going to be final consultation response. Now, when it comes to consultation response, we are going to create it just like this. It's going to have the properties that we already have in the instructions, but explained like this. So we should have a consultation type, which is using the same enum. So it's going to be either a psychologist, psychiatrist, etc. Then we have the identified issues summary. This is going to be the same as the problem analysis. So it's going to contain the same value basically. Then we have the suitability explanation. This is what we are generating from the advice generator. So here you can see that we talked about the suitability explanation right here. Then we have the key questions to consider, initial actionable steps, and a disclaimer. All of the things that we already talked about. And now that we have our agent created as well, we are going to convert the root agent, or we are going to create the root agent that is going to be the sequential agent. So here we can say root_agent equals sequential agent. And in here, we are going to say the name of this is going to be, we can say structured consultation workflow or agent, doesn't really matter. Then we can provide the sub agents just like this. So we need to provide both the problem analyzer agent and the advice generator agent. And that's pretty much it. Now that we have all of this created, let's quickly save this. And we are going to try to run this now. And we are going to hope that this runs the first time. So if I do ADK web, we can go to our browser. We can go to localhost 8000. And if we go there, we should be able to find our structured output agent right here. If I go here and if I say, for example, I have a weak left foot when playing football. So if I send this, let's see what it says. Okay, we have an error, line 21. So we go back to our code and we go to line 21, which is right here. And I can see the issue here is the comma that we should not have. We can quickly save this. And I think that's also the reason it was not formatting our code as well. So if I go all the way bottom, yeah, now everything is formatted. So my bad. Now I can quickly go to ADK web and run this again. Let's quickly go back to the browser. I'm going to copy this, refresh this. And now if I ask the question, now we have validation error for LLM agent. Let's have a look at what's wrong here. So I think we made a mistake about the properties. So let's quickly go ahead and check this. Here I can see I made the same mistake as before. This should be instruction and not instructions. We have the name, model, output schema, output key. All of those look okay. Then in here we have instruction as it should be. We don't really have the input here, which is interesting. So we should actually have for the advice generator, the input schema as well. So input schema should be problem analysis, just like this. And now let's quickly save this. We're going to quickly go ahead and run this again. Go to our browser, copy this, and now I can ask the question. And now you can see that we got our first output, which figured it out that the consultant type should be personal trainer. And the identified issue is weak left foot in football requiring physical training. Now that we have the response here, let's actually analyze it via the inspector. So here, if I go to the response, or actually if I go to the event here, we should be able to see the state delta here, which essentially shows the response. So here we have the final consultation response. We've gotten the consultant type, personal trainer. We've gotten identified issues. So weak left foot in football requiring physical training. Then we have the suitability explanation. Why was a personal trainer recommended? So here a personal trainer can assess your lower body strength and develop a plan to specifically target and improve your left foot's strength and stability. So it's actually explaining why this is suitable. Then we have key questions to consider. What are your specific football related goals? Okay. And then initial actionable steps as well. Consider starting with some light exercises to improve ankle mobility. Now this is something again is being recommended by AI agent. That's why at the end we have this disclaimer that says this is an AI generated guidance. Obviously consult the professional. So this is really cool because this gives the customer initial steps to follow, but then also gives the application or our system the JSON that it can look at to find more information. For example, if my front end application, my web application or my mobile application gets this response back, then I can quickly immediately see, okay, what is the consultant type? This is a personal trainer. So I can make an API call to my backend to get the personal trainers that I can recommend to my client or this user, which is really, really powerful because just by asking a question from an agent, we now have a whole flow where a consultant can be recommended based on the user's query. This is super cool. And with that said, of course, we come to the end of this particular video. And in the next video, we are going to look at what is state, how can we also run this code programmatically, so to say, and not via ADK web. So we can create our own Python file and actually run the code or run our agent. That's going to be super cool. But before leaving you, I again want to remind you, if you found this video useful, smash that like button as hard as you can. Share this video. That really helps the channel grow and also motivates me to create these tutorials for free for you folks as well. And hopefully once this series is finished, I can also take requests from you folks on what I should be working on next. I've gotten a lot of responses for React, Next.js, etc. Let me know in the comments if there's something that you are interested on and I can start looking into that as well. With that said, as always, happy coding. I'm going to see you next time.